Hey loves, Kim here, and I am back with another video. If this is your first time on my channel, I just would like to say welcome. Hi, my name is Kim. I am a Sims 4 gamer, and we're here with part number 7 of the luxury estate here in Del Sol Valley. And you guys, I am super duper excited for this one. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Kim. Nice to meet you. I am a Sims 4 gamer, and I've been working on this build for a little while now. If you enjoy builds or enjoy anything you see on my channel, please consider subscribing and be sure to click that bell. That way you never miss an upload from me. And of course, to all of my OGs that's been here for a minute, thank you all so much for coming back. So yeah, like I mentioned, this is part number 7, and our focus today is going to be the great room. I've done a couple mansions in the past, quite a few actually, and I don't ever remember doing a great room, so I'm super duper excited and I hope you all enjoy. If you don't know what a great room is, basically it's typically like the largest area of the house. It usually has high ceilings and it usually contains more than one room in one space. So for our great room, we have our living room, our informal dining, our kitchen, pantry, a bar area, and then in addition to the great room, we have a sunroom that will be off to the left. So yeah, you guys, here we are. Some of the challenges that I faced. One, I was having this weird lighting issue. So just to give you a heads up, I may be changing some things around upstairs because it seems like the lighting issue on my ceiling in the great room had to do with the rooms above it. Also, trying to marry in different functions and give it all a same aesthetic, but not make it look one note. So I think I did a pretty good job, but if you all agree, let me know down in the comments below. So yeah, right now we're focusing on the kitchen. Of course, with it being a great room, this is more of an open concept, and I really like it. So the colors that I focus on in here are black and white. I felt like they was just super classic, and I like the impact that it gives when you first enter the space. Another thing, I really wanted a waterfall edge on my island. So if you don't know what a waterfall edge is, basically what that is when the material from the countertop goes over from the top and off down to the side like a waterfall. So I ended up merging a countertop from the Vampires pack and a countertop from the Island Living pack. The Island Living pack, to my knowledge, is the only one that has a waterfall edge on the corner pieces, and I used T.O.O.L mod just to size down the Island Living countertop by just a little bit. So it's like it's a little bit smaller, but you can barely tell. It's functional, but the caveat is if something is set down on it, your sim won't be able to get it. Of course, you can move it yourself, but your sims can sit there and have their meals or just sit down for conversation. So I think it works, and I hope it works out for you too. Another thing that I did in the kitchen area, I created like this little pantry area. So I'm just gonna have my small appliances in there. I think I ended up putting in a popcorn maker, a rice cooker, and a microwave, just because in the main kitchen I didn't want to clutter up the counter space, and I just felt like this was nice. And I see this in a lot of like luxury homes when I'm watching online, like they have like a little butler's pantry or just something off to the side where they might do their dishes or keep smaller appliances. So I really love it. And yeah, right now I'm just working on the refrigerator and additional storage off to the side. I wanted everything to look built in and recessed into the wall, so that was another reason why it was convenient for me to do a little butler's pantry. Now what I'm working on here is just for looks, and I may change it, but I really wanted like those convection ovens that you might see in a luxury home that are recessed into the wall. So what I did, I took some separate stoves from the I think those are from the Home Chef Hustle Pack. I put it into the counters, which are also from the Home Chef Hustle Pack, and then I used the 9 key to raise it up if you have the move objects on sheet. I moved it up to kind of make it look like ovens were built into the wall. So I really like it for looks. It is a little touch and go. I might change it. I know we do have the separate ovens that came with Dream Home Decorator, but aesthetically it wasn't really my vibe. Also, you may have noticed that I did just a little informal dining. I think this would be great for like your kiddos to do their homework, or maybe have like breakfast, maybe like cereal or like eggs and toast, like just like the everyday dining space. And then I created these beams. I love them. What I did, I just made walls in I spaced them out by like 3 tiles at a time, and then I used the wooden spandrel from the horse ranch pack, and it just creates this beautiful beam that goes across the ceiling, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, we moved forward to the fireplace, and yes, the fireplace needed its own section in this video because my god, y'all, it took me a little while to figure out how I wanted this to go. So I was trying to follow my example, which was actually kind of like asymmetrical. So in the original building, the fireplace is actually more so to the left, and then there's more space on the right, and then there's like this funky looking, it's not even really a mantle, it's just more like a casing. Don't know how to really put it in words where it's like coherent right now, so excuse me, but long story short, it wasn't working out. So I had to take matters into my own hands and figure out how I wanted it to work. So what I ended up doing was using these sculptural pieces from the Spa Day pack. These are the same pieces that I used in the foyer as like a pedestal, and I created like this room. It's open, so it doesn't create any lighting issues, but I created this room using the wall textures from the Spa Day pack just so it can look similar, but the colors were never going to match. So I eventually just embraced the sculptural pieces and seeing it as like a feature wall that is the flue of the fireplace. And then I took this little piece from the Desert Luxe kit. This is actually used, it's kind of like a curtain rod from that kit, and I used it as my mantle. And all in all, I really enjoy how it came out. It was really touch and go, but all in all, I am loving this look. And if you're wondering how I was able to get the TV to stick to the sculptural pieces, I just made a wall, put the TV up, and deleted the wall. So yeah, y'all, at this point, I'm focusing on the living room, but before we really get into it, I'm just swapping out some lights. So I took that overhead light from the formal dining room and put it into the informal dining space. I doubled it up, and then I replaced the formal dining room light with a chandelier from the horse ranch pack. So yeah, back into the living room space. I really love the way it came out. In the original, it was like this really funky sectional that kind of wrapped around, and it just wasn't really giving the way I needed to give. So I just ended up using separate sofas. These sofas are from the cottage living pack, and I really like them because like they're tufted and they look so classic, and I love the creamy tone. And I paired it with these accent chairs from the Dream Home Decorator pack, and I'm just playing around with tones and seeing what I wanted to do. You might see me messing around with the fire space and just trying to figure out how I wanted to really highlight that area. I go through a lot of things and I cut most of it out just for brevity, but like I said, now you can see what I was talking about, like highlighting the flue of the fireplace and making that a different color. And then by me extending that wall, I'm now able to add like art pieces. In this case, I used the mirror. I can't recall what pack that's from. If I had to guess, I think that mirror is either Base Game or it's Get to Work. I know it's a very old mirror. It's an oldie but a goodie. And yeah, we are transitioning over to the bar area. So something in me kept screaming, Kim, you have to use something from Get Famous. You're in Del Sol Valley. And I don't know what it is about this marble wall. I don't use it often because it has like that huge crown molding that you really don't see in any other color wall texture, but it worked. I used it in kind of like this beigey tone with these golden accents, and then like you'll see me kind of like switching out accessories to like really pull it into other parts of the room. So I ended up using like this geometric type coffee table. I'm completely blanking on the pack. If I had to guess right now, I would say that it's from City Living, but I'm not 100% sure on that, y'all. But I used it in that gold tone, and you'll see that gold kind of repeated in like different vases and different little accessories. And instead of gold, you might see like yellow and flowers. There's gold in that chandelier. So I really tried to tie in the materials into this great room, so each space had its own personality, but all together it made sense. So yeah, last but not least, you guys, we move over into our sunroom, and I really love it. I love seeing these barn doors from Horse Ranch kind of like separate the area, because it's separated but it's still included because you can see into it. So I really love it. If there was only one thing I would change, I would just wish that doors like that were functional, like you can choose to open and close it, but all in all, I just feel like it works, and I just really love it. So yeah, back to the sunroom. I'm doing a little bit of editing. I'm adding in some pillars to replicate what I have going on by what would be our primary suite, and I'm just messing around with these speakers. The doors that I use are from the Eco Lifestyle pack. I just really wanted a big wide door to let in a lot of natural light, and also I wanted a sliding door because I realized that the other type doors, it would just take up too much space, especially with the lounge chairs and things being right there. So I kind of had to use a sliding door, but it all worked out. But yeah, in this room, it was just really giving me indoor outdoor vibes, and what I had in my head was like Southwest North America, so like Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona. Like I was really picking up on those vibes from what I've seen. I've never been there personally, but picking up on the vibes. It's like a lot of adobe, a lot of beautiful colors. So I landed on this beautiful pinky tone in the seats. All of the seating in here came from the Dream Home Decorating pack, and if I had to name that color, I would name it like a sienna. Like it's a beautiful pink. Like I can imagine it in like a sunrise or a sunset, and I feel like it really gave me a lot of inspiration in this room and direction. I used the same wall texture that we use on the outside of the house and also in the main foyer space, and I ended up just breaking this area down into 3 parts. It's not that wide of a space. It's really long and narrow, but I feel like that was perfect. It's just kind of like that indoor outdoor space, and because the space is in between 2 family areas, I definitely want it to be all about togetherness, all about families. So in the first zone, you will see by the fireplace, it's going to be just kind of like this cozy seating areas, 4 seats kind of like all facing each other, great for conversation. I think this would be perfect on like those colder nights, or even just like warm summer nights where you just kind of want to be indoors but outdoors at the same time. In the center section, it's like this grand piano, so I can definitely see that like after holidays, or maybe like a child that's like off to college may come back for like the summer or like for a holiday break, and like they're good at piano and like they're playing a song and the family's around reminiscing. And then in the last space, it's like the family recreational table from the get together pack. You can do puzzles on there. I don't know what else you can do there, but I know you can do puzzles for sure. And I just added in a little piece of art on the fireplace. I used the tool mod to rotate it a little bit so it looks like it's leaning, and then of course I rose it up so it could sit right there on the ledge. But yeah, we're just adding in some little last minute pieces, adjusting some of the light switches. I added in a control switch for the heating and air, and I love this little book seating space that's in the sunroom. That one's from City Living, and yeah, I'm just trying my best to tie everything together tonally, and yeah, just adding in some last minute touches. So anyway, you guys, I feel like I have talked on enough. We are reaching the end of the video and about to get into the screenshot, so I hope y'all enjoy. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video if you haven't done so already. It really really helps me a lot just with your engagement and also just knowing what you want to see next and want to see more of. And if you haven't done so already, y'all, feel free to subscribe and be sure to click that bell. That way you never miss an upload from me. Anyway, you guys, as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.